Hey, this is
fuckers.
the fucking like sprung together, nothing sacred. Did you think it was going to happen this quickly? Show.
We didn't slap this shit together.
So basically we're using this fucking program I found that's going to hijack Hangouts, and we'll I'm not going to mention any names of programs or anything, of course, but basically we'll get the recording out. It records an MP3, so that should be fine working with the program I use, so it'll be just like a normal show except without the intro and outro music. I am sorry for all those. By the way, I am Cruise Control.
And I am Maxwell Silverhammer.
And it is the 12th of February, 2019, and it is that time of year, my friend. It's the time of love.
Oh, dude, it's time of love, right?
Time of all that bullshit, and it's awful this week because of that in certain areas because people are buying a whole bunch of shit.
For workums, for your work.
I'll leave it at that, but let's just say it's an interesting week so far. But a good thing is I'm on a good side of it. I'm not getting all the crap that I would used to have gotten last year. I would have been. Last year, this week was pretty awful as well. But everything else is going pretty damn well, actually. This year has started off, in my opinion, going in the right direction.
You know what, man? And you know how you were asking me last show, what kind of year did I think it was going to be? What's the vibe and all that? Mm-hmm. I think, dude, the overall vibe of this year is just like shit flowing smoothly and working out. Because that's what I've noticed, dude. Like, things have worked out a lot better than I thought they were going to, in a lot of cases.
Yeah, Okay, so we haven't actually been on for a while, so we've had a couple things happen. First of all, I went out to the Vega.
Oh yeah,
out here the Vega. We hung out. We had an aunt moment. I'll just say that.
Oh yeah.
My goodness, we haven't actually even talked about that. Actually, really, honestly,
should we? Should we cover it?
Not necessarily in detail, but let's just say that certain people just have no consideration for other people whatsoever.
Fam bam. Well, and here's what was difficult with me with my being part of that, because I kind of got drug into it, and you know what it kind of reminded me of, dude? Remember when you sort of lost it with my bro years ago, like when he was trying to get us to convert my phone bill over?
Yeah.
So it was kind of the same thing where I think originally you were like, okay, dude, I'm trying to hold my temper because I know this is your brother. But I think eventually, dude, you were pushed so far that you fucking flipped.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of felt too. Like, okay, I'm trying to be respectful.
Yeah, because you were holding it together. See, I thought you were kind of like, hey, I'm chill, but you were getting pissed.
I was getting pissed. I mean, it wasn't.
And Daryl was seeing that. Daryl, see, that's the thing about D Fucker. I'll just say this about him this week, and he was on point. I think I mentioned that to you.
Yeah, he was.
But he was like, dude, what the hell are you doing, man? He's just being too, because basically a certain family member was being so obnoxious, and every single thing that here's a little aside. Before we even went over, this is about the Super Bowl. I went out to Vegas, and before we even went there, okay. Before we even went there, I was like, all right, so we have to take a drink every time this person
made a blind joke
or mentioned a blind joke. And it literally happened from first of all, the person was absolutely destroyed. Like, just when we got there, they
were already smashed when we showed up, and they'd been drinking for several hours already.
And the whole time we were there, she just sat next to Max here and just kept talking and just kept making joke after joke after bad joke after bad joke over and over and over. And it was literally that bad. It was so. Yeah. It was like. Jesus, and so at one point, everybody seemed to. I don't think I yelled at her.
No,
but everybody else did. I can.
Well, D-Fucka and your mom took the lead on that one.
Yeah, they just she finally left. But the point is, man, that it was just like such a lack of consideration for everybody involved. It's astonishing, man, just crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyways, whatever happened, whatever. So that was a crazy trip. It was a great trip in a lot of ways. Although, I think it's time to rein back a little bit on certain things, dude. Just because wow. The 2 days later, man.
Wait, you talking about on drinking?
No, yeah, just kind of getting too crazy. Like I can't do it anymore, man. I can't do it. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't like to not know what the hell happens. After a while.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's what's weird. It's kind of scary because my tolerance has increased.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I can drink now. You know what I'm saying?
But you still had points where you woke up and went, what the hell?
Oh yeah, and I don't like that.
Yeah,
that's what
I'm saying. But you always get to that point before you stop. In other words, that's where I'm at. So I'm kind of to the point of, and it's also a good idea just to chill out on doing stuff, so on doing certain things. But
getting really stupid.
But anyways, my whole lifestyle. I think we had. When was the last time we didn't have a?
Well, you did. You talked about. This is interesting. You talked about the rebounder.
Yeah, and you did get it, and quite right now you're a little bit sketchy on it, honestly.
A little bit sketchy about it. I'm trying though. Although, yeah, I just worked out, by the way, dude. I'm all sweaty and shit. I just got off the treadmill, daddy.
Oh, but so before a shower, you're just sitting there dripping with the sweat.
Dripping with sweat. Okay. Well, I'm doing the nothing sacred shower.
So here's my rebound challenge. So we're gonna do this because we actually weren't able. The last show we had was like New Year's, wasn't it?
It was the day of New Year's.
Yeah, so it's been over a month. So basically, I got a rebounder, okay? I got a rebounder first, and I absolutely love the damn thing. I got on it for 10 minutes today. I was bouncing around on it, did my 10 minutes, and it's kind of changed my whole outlook on life. I don't know how to explain. When you get on momentum, it's like a positive reinforcement loop, I guess is what you want to call it. Basically, what I mean by that is like you get started on something and you continue to do good things with it, and you get better at it. And I think
not only that, but you get positive results from what's happening.
Yes.
So it makes you continue the behavior.
Yes. Now, see, so Max is like, I'm like, okay, Max, get one here. Now, obviously, I fill it up. Like, actually, I'm not bad. I'm not giving up on it yet, Max. I'm not
giving up on it either. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not just going, that thing sucks, dude. Fuck that.
It doesn't. I think a lot of it is your muscles are just not used to being used, and it was kind of interesting because you thought you had great balance. Right.
I always prided myself because there's been times where I could have just fallen on my ass, doing something, and I'd catch myself, and I have good reflexes, when it comes to that.
Exactly. But in terms of the actual balance and awareness, you actually your balance isn't as quite as up, because you thought you'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna jump on this and bounce and like maybe do like fucking kicks and shit and backflips. No, I'm not saying. You didn't think. No.
Well, but I thought I'd be like I was when I was 7 years old.
Exactly, but it makes you realize. Okay, here's the thing, because when you were 7, you jumped on that thing and things didn't hurt. Right?
Dude, I loved that thing when I was 7. I'd stay on there for an hour.
Yeah,
or so.
And that's the thing. You actually only need to stay on it. First of all, we're gonna continue this saga of the rebounder. So every week we're gonna be checking in on my progress too, because I feel like I'm a new person in a way, man. I'm getting firm and shit all over the place, and I'm getting firm. I'm getting stiff in the morning.
Stiff in the morning there.
So here's my thing. This is what my thing for you to check out. So haven't gotten on. Obviously, been doing your treadmill, which is fine. Obviously,
still doing the treadmill. Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
But when you get on, make sure that because what you're doing is you're probably having like your feet aren't used to it, right?
Yeah, it's a little weird, uneven ground, kind of thing.
Yeah, so it makes your feet cramp up or something, you said, when you got on?
Well, yeah, I said I was getting, like, at night, I'd get cramps in my legs and feet and shit like that, Like, when I'd be sleeping, I'd get Charlie horses that would just fucking throw me out of bed, where I'm just like, oh, shit.
Like, from rebounding?
I don't know if it was from rebounding specifically. It could just be I'm not eating enough whatever.
Okay, but this happens before the rebounding.
You know what? I've had. This isn't a new thing.
Okay.
I've always.
Okay, so it's not the rebounding that's causing that.
I don't think so. It may aggravate it. I don't know.
Actually, it'll probably lessen it. Actually. So,
and it could.
Yeah. So
maybe so.
So what the first thing is you get on and you do the health bounce, basically, where you just bounce without even leaving the mat, just kind of chill. And that's just kind of like just to kind of get your lymph going. Then you just bounce up and down. One thing I would actually try if you want to supplement something else with your to use it in a way. While you're getting used to it, is sit on it like I said to do. Where you sit on it, you bounce. Yeah. You bounce because it's going to work your core, and that's going to work shit that you're not used to working. That's another thing. You're not used to working the bottom of your feet like that because your feet are used to being in shoes or at least to being on solid ground.
Standing on solid ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you only have to do like 5 minutes a day. Just 5 minutes starts 5 minutes a day, and then when you start getting used to hopefully jumping on it, you might actually enjoy it. Because I actually enjoy just jumping and kind of spacing at this point.
Right.
But then I get hardcore, man. Like I actually moving my arms around all the fucking time when I'm bouncing around, and just play around. Don't try to do too much like crazy shit, but just jump around on it with your hand on your schlong, and try to shoot a load in the air and catch it on your face at the top of the jump.
I like it, man.
Yeah.
So well, you know what? And if I lose my balance, I just grab my own dick, right?
Yeah, you could, or you fall on your dick and catch yourself like a kickstand because you know
what? Yeah, it's like, well, you remember on trampolines they used to do what's called a seat drop.
Oh, seat drop.
You know where you land on your ass.
Except you bounce on the front.
Yeah, it's just a cock drop, man. That's all it is.
A cock drop.
So
and it's low impact, so it wouldn't hurt your cock too much.
Nah, see, it's just like boing. It's like fucking your mattress.
Exactly.
You know, I had plenty of practice doing that.
Exactly, dude. So that's what you can do. Hey, dude, just lay on it and just fuck it, dude.
Fuck it. Yeah, hey, dude. You know what? You're right. There you go.
Dude,
next time you come over, my trampoline's gonna be all crusty.
Fucking crusty with your.
Like, damn, dude.
Here's the thing, man. I just gave you an idea. And you're going to fucking do it probably at some point.
You think I'm going to fuck my trampoline?
Dude, why not? Lay on that shit and just like...
Well, you know, I could put my dick between the springs.
Oh, no. No, don't. I do not recommend anyone doing
Let me look at something here, because I got it sitting right here. Oh, yeah, there's a little thing between the springs that would probably hurt, dude.
Oh, Jesus. Everything.
You're right. Although, wait a minute. Between the two little things, I could just shove my cock in there. You know, there's like two little metal like bracket things between the springs. If I stuck my dick between those two things, just kind of rubbed it on the metal.
Well, it needs to be lubricated sometimes anyways, those springs. So you may as well lubricate the springs with your fucking youngin'.
Well, and you know what? It does have Vaseline. There actually was a jar of Vaseline that came with it.
So this is all coming together now. There's a purpose for you getting that, as we all now know.
Man.
Your new fuck toy, dude. Just poke a hole in the middle of that thing and just your dick will touch the carpet. It'll be like it'll be like a kiss of a bearded woman.
Just like fucking a chick with a really hairy pussy.
A hairy pussy.
You know, with like an old chick too, because you know the material around the trampoline is kind of coarse.
Yeah, it's like the edge of it, and yeah, that's disgusting.
It's she's got a dried cooch, you know.
So anyway, so yeah, we're testing this out. So I don't know how well this is going to sound, but it doesn't really matter because we don't fucking care. So
no.
But another thing that we did that you started that I've been doing, of course. Are you still doing the cold shizzes?
Yeah. Yes. Occasionally I will do a cold shiz. Matter of fact, it's kind of you wake up. And usually what I'll do is I'll do my regular shower, where I'll shave and then I'll, wash myself and everything. And then right at the end, I'll turn it to cold for maybe, maybe a minute.
Yeah,
or so.
Exactly. So. That's all you need is to just get a little bit so you're just like, just for a second, so you feel it, and then you breathe in for a bit, and you start to actually feel like this isn't that bad after a second because you start getting used to it. Like you breathe in and you breathe out a little bit, and you're like, okay, I can kind of deal with this more.
I don't know if I'm fully used to it. Remember, I told you when you were out here, I was like, I don't know if I'll ever get used to that, man.
You're not supposed to get used to it. You're just supposed to get kind of used to it until you can't stand it. Like it's almost like on your it's the same thing on your treadmill and the same thing on the trampoline. If you can do the trampoline for 5 minutes or get to the point where you can bounce without holding onto the wall and feeling, and you're going to get a little bit unsteady. So I get unsteady sometimes. I'm like, whoa, and you're going to catch yourself. You're going to hiccup like that, but then you just start bouncing again. It's the same thing. You started with on your treadmill about 15 minutes, probably, right? 15.
Originally, 10 to 15 minutes.
Now you're rocking 30 minutes a night. Just
and then I increased the speed, and then I've increased the elevation on it.
So it's the same thing. It's like the same thing. It's just a different way of doing it. Like, so if you can just continue to get on that, I would say actually start your exercise with it.
Like, oh, really? Yeah. Do that before the treadmill?
Yeah, do that before, because you're gonna warm up that way. You'll warm up your lymph and shit like that. You'll get all that shit moving. And then once you just get on that and jump to health bounce, and then jump for like 2 or 3 minutes even until you're like, okay. And then you'll get on. It's not going to cause you to not be able to walk. You're actually going to.
I'm not saying that. No,
you'll just warm up quicker. You'll already be warmed up when you get walking. You'll be like, then you'll jump on that and shit. But
what I have done is I'll get on the trampoline. I mean, I'll get on the treadmill, do my 30, then I'll take my clothes. Well, at least strip down to my drawers, because I'm all sweaty, and then I get on the trampoline and I'll bounce for a little bit. That's what I've been doing.
Well, either way, I mean, it's gonna work. It's just you're just pumping that lymph and getting the different. The main thing is to get the full body exercise because you're actually. But regardless, we don't want to talk too much about this because hey, obviously we have our time. We talked about this before, but what we were talking about before was cold showers. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm doing something new too. I'm adding a new wrinkle to it. This is called intermittent fasting. So this is what I'm doing. Okay, it's called I'm eating only at a certain time a day. So I only eat between the basic one is 16 hours and 8 hours. So you basically eat, let's say, between 11 and 7, and
Okay.
then don't eat between 7 p.m. and 11 a.m.
So after a specific time,
Yeah.
you don't even eat.
You have
okay.
to. But the rule is you have to at least go 16 hours without eating a thing or ingesting any sugar. You can drink water. That's about it for 16
Wow.
hours. So like tonight, I ate something at like 6 something, and then from now until tomorrow, at least until 11, I can't eat. Like today,
Damn.
Today I waited until 3. I did a 20.
Wow.
I did a,
See, now for me, the diet that I was on, they said to eat breakfast.
Yeah.
And then you had a snack. There's a whole regiment that you got to do. And they actually encourage snacking, so
yeah.
that's kind of what I do.
So that works for you, and obviously everything works for you. But there's also this like a lot of benefits to fasting. We're not actually supposed to eat all the time. I mean, if you think about our ancestors, they didn't eat every day even. So
yeah, that's true.
So we're actually evolved to not eat all the time, but we do, and we're all putting in our we eat constantly, and so our body never has a chance to rest. So I'm trying basically, and I just started it, and I'm trying basically the intermittent fasting. Now I did 20 and 4 today, which is pretty fucking badass. Basically, last night I ate at 7, and didn't I eat today till 3, and then I ate like throughout some 3 to 7 I had a smoothie, I had 2 of my drinks, I had a sandwich, and I just ate like yeah, I'm fucking eating, and then I'll stop till tomorrow after 11, and then 11 I might, if I do get really hungry, I'll just have to wait till after 11. The longer you wait though after the 16 hours, the more ketosis or ketones get going. It's a whole bunch of different shit. So that's my new thing. I'll be updating everyone on that as we go along.
As you do your thing.
As you do your thing too.
I kept to my my shit too, man. I actually I've done a few ASMR videos.
Oh yeah.
I got them up on my separate channel, which I'm not gonna give out. You guys got to find it.
Awesome.
If you want.
Yeah, that's something that it's a non-association thing. So go look for it.
Yep. If you can find it, great. You're good.
Yeah, exactly. Just like with me, if you can find it, I have a gaming channel. If you can find that, good for you as well.
Yep. But I got this. It's a camera that's they're glasses. So and that have a camera on it, and there's a little button on the side, and it has you got a USB port where you can plug your USB cable to your computer, and copy the videos from your from the glasses onto your computer. And then I've been uploading them to YouTube. So that's been pretty cool. Plus, I can catch a lot of shit going on. If I get a fucked up paratransit driver or
or a fucked up ant dramatic issue.
You know what? And I should have been taping more of that shit, dude.
Oh well, that's I certainly don't mind that you didn't. Another thing, and I'm doing more music stuff. So and so we can talk about that. We just won't give out any specifics. Like I'll give out Zoomer. Zoomer is whatever. ZUMR.
Yeah, well, everybody's heard Zoomer.
Yeah, exactly. So Zoomer, you can check that out. We're gonna have new stuff coming. So if you've subscribed to the channel, check. We're gonna be having 2 new. We got like we busted it out last weekend, man. We went.
Oh really? So you guys recorded it?
Oh well, Christian had. My buddy has a basically it's called The Womb, and that's the name of the room. It's called The Womb because we're creation, and the tagline for The Womb is giving birth never felt this good.
So The Womb is the studio?
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
So the nickname of that is called The Womb. So yeah.
Nice.
So that's what's going on with that, and so you've got your AS now. Now you can talk about like how is it going in terms of your reception so far.
Well, okay, yeah. My first video that I did, it's. I mean, I don't have that hardcore couple thousand views or whatever, but the other day I checked it, and my first one had like 277 views or some weird shit like that.
Oh wow.
And there were a couple likes on that, and then there were even a few people that commented and said, everything's great. You might want to try some more whispering with it, because I think that's a big thing with ASMR.
Yeah.
So then I did a few more. I did a ghost story. The only thing with my camera, and I got to figure out how to do this. I think I need to start converting the files from .mov files to MP4 files somehow, and then putting them together because my camera, what it'll do, if I record, say, for 20 minutes,
yeah,
it'll break the videos up into 2 videos.
Gotcha.
So they're 10-minute videos a piece, and then it just breaks them up. Where I'd like them to be just one long video. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I guess it's probably important to have longer sessions with ASMR.
That's what they say to do. Now, what I did, like with the ghost story one that I did, I was talking about a situation that happened to me growing up, and so it broke it up. So I wound up having to upload 2 videos. So I had Ghost Story Part 1 and Ghost Story Part 2. So actually was
you're gonna have to figure out a way to have long, like 30-40 minute videos is what they're probably suggesting, right? Or just longer videos than that.
Well, I mean, a lot of ASMR people, that's what they try to do that, because obviously it takes longer than 10 minutes to fall asleep in most cases, or in a lot of cases. So, I'm just we're gonna see what's going on with that. I'm checking in. There's a program, I think, that you can convert, batch convert, so you have 2 files, you can convert them into one. Mm-hmm. So I gotta look into that a little more, man.
So let's look into some fucking shit that's pissing us off. I'm sure
I got something.
I'm sure you got something, because we've all done. Okay, happy-go-lucky. We're all doing good in life, but this is nothing sacred. We gotta have
about shit that pisses us off.
We gotta have a Maxwell, just like shit that are, and just I can tell you how the world's falling apart, of course. And it's basically our lives are good in this shitty fucking crazy ass fucking SJW filled world.
We're having a ball. We're actually having fun playing in the toilet.
Yeah, basically we're trying to. We're surfing on the shit water. So go ahead and
pretty much.
Go ahead and
dude, I'll tell you, a Facebook rapper hit an ultimate low yesterday. This is the lowest shit I've ever seen a Facebook rapper go.
Oh shit.
Now, usually what they do is they'll tag you in their videos. I used to have one guy that would tag me what he'd do is he'd do record his verse. He'd be at his little home studio and he'd record a verse, and then he would put it up, as a video, and then tag a bunch of people in it and go, yo, what do you think of this verse that I did? And it's just a verse, dude. It's not even, a whole song. So that got to be annoying. Well, yesterday, man, this guy sends me a message on Facebook and Messenger, and he says, yo, man, can you do me a favor? I think he sent it to all his friends on his friends list. And he said, can you buy my album for $1? Just go to this page. And I'm thinking, okay, dude, if your shit's that dope, you shouldn't have to beg people to buy it, first of all. And second of all, you've got it it's $1. Like, buy my album for $1. Like, that's all it's worth, really?
I'll buy that for $1.
Pretty much.
Jesus, dude.
I'm thinking, like, dude, I don't think I even want to spend $1 to clutter up my hard drive with that whack shit.
Jeez,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I bet it's awful, dude. Just please buy my shit for me, please.
Well, this guy, all I'm going to say about this is I had him back in my shit that irks me days. I used to have trouble saying no to people, about coming on the show. So I let these guys come on, and he was one of the guys that was on there. And one of his lines in the song, and you actually can find it on my YouTube channel if you dig around enough to find that interview. But he had a line in the song, and he said, "I'm so cold, I need Metamucil." And I was like, wait, what? So I asked him when we came back, I said, man, what does that line mean? What does "I'm so cold, I need Metamucil"? He's like, well, I'm cold, man. Lyrically, I'm cold, and for a cold, you take Metamucil. And I was like, do you know that Metamucil is a laxative, not a cold medicine?
It's a fiber supplement, basically.
Right, exactly. But this dumb motherfucker's in his song saying, "I'm so cold, I need Metamucil."
Dude.
That's one thing I've noticed about rap today too. Like, you can make bad punchlines, and people are still calling them punchlines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh god, dude, it's
whack
awful,
ass
dude.
shit.
It's terrible. Like the Grammys were this weekend. I don't know if you knew.
Yeah, actually I did. Well, I didn't watch them, but I did happen to notice they were on.
You did watch them. Don't lie.
You know what I did? There was actually something that my assistant and I kind of had been watching on TV, and it was preempted by the Grammys. So I meant to watch this show on Sunday night, and it was like, no, back to the Grammys. And I was like, oh, hell no, I'm turning this shit off.
Oh, what's the show you were trying to watch, man?
Well, it's called God Friended Me. It's kind of an interesting thing where this guy gets a friend request from somebody on Facebook who supposedly says his name is God. And then he starts suggesting all these people for him to friend. And it turns out the people he's suggesting are people who really need some assistance.
I get it. So it's like a touched by an angel, like a Highway to Heaven type deal.
Yeah, Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Did you dig Highway to Heaven?
No, I never watched. I was too young, man. I couldn't understand it. Now, Touched by an Angel, I did like some of those episodes. Okay. Some of them were pretty.
Because I liked Highway to Heaven. I used to watch that shit when I was a kid. My mom loved that show.
I just wasn't old enough to understand it. You know, it just didn't grab me. But as I got older, and watched,
so that's kind of cool. That's an interesting idea. That's cool.
So yeah, God friended me.
So instead of watching a good, interesting show about helping people, you get to watch fucking that.
A bunch of greedy motherfuckers, And see, that's the thing, dude. That just goes to show you where greed is everywhere now, man. It's even worked its way into rap music where...
Oh, God, it's always been the rap music. What are you talking about?
Well, but even worse, dude. Like, it's blatant now. Like, buy my album for $1. Like, goddamn, dude. Like, a lot of corporations look thirsty because they're always pushing their products down your throat.
It's everywhere. Like, now my phone is suggesting shit to me. I'm like, man, get the fuck off that. Like, it's like, hey, watch the Aladdin fucking trailer.
Yeah, like, motherfucker, dude, did I want to watch this shit? No.
It's awful, dude. And social media is awful too. I've been, as you know, over the last, I've never been a huge social media person, but I'm like a ghost there, man. Now I don't post there at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I haven't seen any posts from you in a minute.
I post a couple times when I get a hair up my ass, and then I regret it because it's like, man, because half the time it's either ignored or. Like the one thing I posted about the goddamn MAGA hat kids, which is a whole different story.
Oh shit!
Those
Did you have some resistance from a certain person?
Not on mine. It was. I saw their response to someone else's, and they just justified the whole goddamn thing about harassing children. Sorry, 15-year-olds are children. They're kids.
Yeah, they're still kids.
So when you got a 15-year-old wearing a MAGA hat and you're saying I'm gonna punch a 15-year-old in the face and to get out, and Kathy Griffith,
and then you justify it.
And Kathy Griffith is going, hey. I want you to if you know who these people are, spread their names and their addresses.
Wow, dude, this is like a public figure.
Yeah, you know, Kathy
saying,
right?
Hey, let's go bully these 15-year-old kids.
Exactly. She's still on Twitter, of course, while other people have been banned for far less, but she's still there.
Wow.
Of course, because Twitter because it's all fucked, man. We're fucked, dude. Here's another one. I got a good one for you. Okay.
Okay.
You know, of course, that the Boy Scouts now allows girls, right?
Now, so girls can be in because if they're trans or something.
No, it doesn't matter. Girls, doesn't matter. Any girl can be in the Boy Scouts.
Okay, how does that work?
Because it's inclusive now. All right. Inclusive. So they basically got it so that women, females or girls can be in the Boy Scouts. But guess what they did now? They created an all-female, girl-only troop.
So wait.
In the Boy Scouts.
So there's a girl-only troop for Boy Scouts?
For Boy Scouts. So basically, the girls can't. The girls basically wanted to get into Boy Scouts, and now some of the girls are thinking they're more comfortable with an all-girl troop.
With girls.
So they're in an all-girl group in the Boy Scouts.
How about just join Girl Scouts?
Or how about join Boy Scouts and work with other boys if it's really a big deal with you? But no, you don't want. You want to invade men's spaces. It's about destroying boys' spaces. It's about making sure that no boys have anything that they can. And isn't it funny though? We're going to be in the Boy Scouts. They get in there. It's only girls only.
Well, and you just told me before the reason being for doing this was, inclusionary or whatever.
Inclusionary.
Well, that's not inclusionary.
But it doesn't matter.
Within the Boy Scouts?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Also, get prepared to hear about the Esquire, or have you heard about Liam Neeson? I'm sure.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, Liam Neeson basically said he used.
Oh, he's an actor. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and he said that like 40 years ago, he's basically been black. It's a long story. I don't want to go too much into it because it's just basically another story.
Isn't he the guy that played in Taken?
Yeah, he's the guy who played in Taken, and basically 40 years ago, he said like he heard some guy raped his girl, a friend of his, and the guy was black, and he thought, oh, that black bastard, and he said, but I thought about it, and it's like, that's the wrong way to think about things, and I stopped myself. And I realized that thinking that way about revenge is wrong, like vengeance, is wrong. So basically what he was talking about, because the girl he knew was raped. So, but basically they basically boycotted and they canceled the premiere of his movie because he said black.
Wow, because something he said 40 years ago?
No, he said this now, but he did it 40 years ago. He said black bastard. He was that black bastard. He's I thought.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He was talking about his mentality 40 years ago.
Yeah, and the thing is, he would have said the same thing if the guy were Irish or English or Welsh. He didn't even think about it that way.
It shouldn't matter. But
now,
he was talking about
now
the era
they're
of his
saying
thinking.
He's a racist, and the premiere was canceled for his new movie.
People love throwing that
Dude,
R word around.
it's outrage culture, dude.
I'll tell you what I did, man. There's a YouTube video I watched. It's something about abusive Lyft driver or something like that. Something with an abusive Lyft driver. That's the title. And I'm watching it. Basically, what happens is a white Lyft driver. He picks up a black dude, and this black dude's talking all kinds of shit. And he's like, "Yeah, because your mama like black dick, motherfucker. That's what you white motherfucker." And he's talking this shit to the Lyft driver. So, and he's just being totally fucking disrespectful, which I think this driver should have said, because I've seen a few where the driver says, "All right, ride's over, man. You're out. Get out." Where this is what this guy should have done. But instead, he took him to his destination. So I commented on there and I said, you know what? Instead of calling him abusive, why don't you call it what it is? It's racist. And I said, yes, he's being racist, and doesn't mean because you're a minority that you can't be racist. Oh, man. Well, I got a mixed bag. I had people that were agreeing with me, but I also had people that were arguing with me. Like, what did the one guy say, dude? The one guy said something about, he's not being racist because he hates his skin color. He's racist because he hates white people's actions.
Yeah, you're associating actions with skin color and only skin color.
Exactly. Right. You're putting skin color behind action. So what you're saying is that's just how white people act.
Exactly. That's just how black people act too to white people. And it's not. And here's another thing. There's an Esquire ad out today, dude. And it's getting some big news, big Twitter outrage, because it said the interesting life of the American white male, white.
Oh God!
And people are like, oh, who? And basically, it talks about how the struggles of a young white teenager, male teenager who's straight. Name is, I guess, Ryan, his name or something like that, and people are just bitching, like ripping on it, like how dare he during Black History Month. Of course, the issue of Esquire is for March, which shouldn't make a difference, of course, but it's for March, and of course, like, why don't you talk about a Trayvon Martin who has struggles? It's like they talk about it all the time, like, oh, we hear, and they're like basically saying we hear about the struggles of straight white males all the time. We don't need to hear about them anymore. This is disgusting. This is real. Is this real? Like, who cares about the struggles of the middle class white male? It's fucked up, man. We're in a really fucking crazy time. And like now shoes, like I guess Adidas has some shoes. They were white shoes or something like that, and it's just really fucking weird shit going on.
People are just out of their fucking minds, man.
People are out of their fucking minds, man.
And these are not just millennial kids.
No,
these are adults acting this way, dude.
It's awful, dude. It's the social media, dude. It ruins people, man. It's turning people into it's Twitter. It's all these things, like it's just turning people into these shitholes, dude. And who don't see people as real people and don't see individuals. It's all about your skin color and other, like blackface. Oh, now like Katy Perry had some shoes and they were black shoes with eyes and lips on them and like faces, and they're accusing it of being a blackface shoe.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's batshit, dude.
Nobody's happy regardless of what you do. Somebody's always going to find some bullshit.
Well, like I said before, man, we are so fucking comfortable and we are so used to all of our shit that we're getting so outraged over shit because we have nothing better to be. Humans, right. Remember I think I said this before, but the Matrix.
Yeah. You know what? I still want to watch the descriptive version because I think I'd be able to follow it.
But you may have heard this is actually a dialogue in the Matrix where he goes, "We tried to make humans in the world for humans," because the concept of the movie obviously is that humans are in a false reality, created by robots so they can be used for fuel. And basically, the humans, we tried to make a utopia for you, but you couldn't handle it. So basically, that's the idea. We can't handle this much prosperity and this much internet. By the way, dude, yeah, I'm just learning so much about the internet and stuff, and just the way it's structured and to fuck with us. And the way like internet porn is like absolutely fucking it's destroying people's minds and shit. So like I don't get into porn. I'm not a big porn person.
I've never liked porn either. I think it's kind of generic.
Yeah, you like other things like ASMR.
well, but that's it. It's innocent and it could be turned into porn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, whatever.
Like,
I'm just joking, man. Of course, but
no. You know what I do like though? I do like reading some of the dirty stories online.
Oh, of course. That's
I like that shit.
Yeah, but that's actually using your mind to imagine and create something. See, the problem with internet porn is that it's literally
imagination.
It's literally shooting your dopamine levels up, which is basically what makes you addicted to things. It's what you want. So it's because it associates shit. You associate certain things with good feelings. So think about a dude who's every single, like for every minute is looking at a different woman and getting banged, right? Naked.
Okay.
Now, so every single minute, the novelty of a new woman is just like seeing them in real life and doing that to your brain. Every minute for like 2 hours straight. So your brain's going up and up and up, and your dopamine levels goes up because you're seeing a new chick. Oh, she's new. I want to see her without clothes. Boom, instant out without clothes. Instant without, or I want to see.
For me, that just doesn't do anything.
That's
for
not
me.
my point. My point is that they're doing this over and over and over every fucking minute, dude. So every time they're seeing a new chick, your brain thinks it's like a new sexual encounter. So you're doing that like for, let's say you watch 20 videos in an hour,
right?
20 different chicks. You just in an hour, your brain just goes.
See, I read one story and blow my load, and then that's it. I'm done.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's all.
And it's not like there's anything wrong with blowing a load. It's just but this is crazy how that's happening.
Well, how often
online.
do these guys jack off? I wonder. That's what I want to know.
Well, here's another one, dude. That's a good. Well, they jack off a lot. Who knows? But they also lose.
I'm sure they're jacking off a lot.
Yeah,
man.
but they also lose. They lose a lot. There's a whole bunch of shit going, like research going into it. But another thing that's interesting, and here's a weird one, dude. Okay, this is how fucked up our society is. There's a chick online, and it's not because of what she does. People like to watch, because obviously you like the ASMR, but people like to watch people eat online. They basically will tune in and stream, and they'll stream themselves eating food, right?
Okay.
And people like to watch them eat. They just sit there and watch them eat.
Like food porn kind of thing?
I guess, yeah, food porn, I guess. But it's not like, they just watch them eat food. And they'll talk, while they're eating and eat food and stuff like that, and maybe talk to the streamers while they're eating. Well, I guess this one really famous eater, I don't know what the fuck they're called. Like I said, there's a bunch of weird shit going on.
I know there's an ASMR artist that eats.
Yeah, and some people might like that. I can't stand that. Would make me sick.
I think it's gross.
Yeah, but some people like, and it's not like you have to listen to her eat. It's not like she's going, it's basically
this chick is this one that I was talking about. Does.
Yeah, but this person basically is just going, you're just kind of eating, just not even like making noise, just like talking and eating food, like you can see her. Well, she had a contest and invited a bunch of people to come and eat with her, like actually in real life, right?
Oh, to actually join up and have a party and all sit around a table?
And hang out and watch, and hang out, and they could watch her eat live, right?
Hell no.
Well, guess what they did when they got there? They pulled out their phones and watched her eat on their phones. They were more interested in watching her eat on their phones than they were actually being in the same room with her and eating with her.
So instead of just being like, damn, we're all here, we're on your video, they had to pull their phones out.
They were all staring. She was sitting there, and they were all staring at their phones.
Wow, dude. Yeah, people are more concerned with what's going on in the virtual world than what's going on in real life. Yeah. Oh, yeah, which is another thing. Okay, these Facebook games. Now, my assistant at work gets totally wrapped up in this stupid shit. And there's some times where she'll have some downtime or whatever, which is fine. When I have downtime, I fuck off too. But there'll be times where I'm like, okay, let's go. We got to go to an event. Hold on. Some things might die if I don't do this. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you should give a shit? Fuck those things. Let them die.
Or don't do that while you're at work at all, if it's going to interfere with your job.
Well, it shouldn't, because I do shit all the time. Like, I'll be watching a YouTube video or something or whatever, and it doesn't. If I gotta go, I gotta go, man.
That's what they do. They should all be able to pause. She should be able to just pause the goddamn thing. She probably can, but is just worried about it now and knows that you're going to be a little lenient, so she's just kind of like, eh.
Oh yeah, because she's afraid of things dying on her, and she's like, I don't want everything to be dead when I get back, and I want to make sure that this is good. And she's fucking around trying to get all these things, and I'm just like, this is so
my
stupid.
philosophy, if it's going to interrupt that, you're working where because I play games that require attention all the time. So guess what you do. You don't play those games during your on time,
Or when you know that you've got to be somewhere or something.
You just stay away from those, and then she's probably, who knows, I don't know anything about her, but it's weird. Those games are and they're designed to be addictive. I wonder if she spends money on them, probably.
I don't know. I mean, I never asked her, but
because they have microtransactions basically in the games. That's what people are getting. That's why the gaming industry is turning to shit too, because of microtransactions.
Do people actually put their credit cards in?
Oh yeah, it goes right from your Google account, whoop, right from your wallet.
Wow.
That's why I got calls all the time. When I used to work at a video game company, and a video game console company, and parents be screaming about all these bills, and it's because their kids the parents put the cards on and wouldn't realize that the kids could just go and go.
And the kids just swiping, the parents' credit card, going, okay, I need some more points in the game or some dumb shit.
Which is another thing about society. No one understands the kids don't understand the value of any money because they never actually have to hold any of it in their hands. It's all just virtual.
Well, they think they do. They always talk about money. Money is big, and I gotta, it's all about the money. But yet you're right, dude. They really haven't. Because aside from
their parents probably never gave them cash. They probably gave them a credit card, like a little piece of plastic, and they still never actually
probably
understood.
So.
Like,
just
counting.
Charge this card up or a gift certificate or something.
Yeah, happens all the time.
Wow.
So the world is fucked up, man. Life is shit. But I'm happy. I'm doing good. I'm feeling good at myself. See, that's the only thing you can really do, man. Is when the world is going crazy. All you have at the end of the day, is yourself, and you start with yourself, and it ends with yourself. It doesn't mean you only think about yourself, but the point is, you have to take care of yourself. And at this point, I'm taking care of myself, man. I'm eating better. I'm doing this. I'm not even eating better. I'm just trying this fasting out, and I'm reading a lot about it, and it's very interesting.
Oh wow! Actually, you know what? I need I might need your help there, Ray, if you're listening. I got another concept for an ASMR video is. A jail ASMR. No, not jail rape or any weird shit. But basically what happens is this dude's in jail, and he's talking to his brother who comes to visit him, and he's like, look, little homie, you ain't got to get up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? The streets ain't got no love for you, dog. Right. And it's one of those kind of things. And I'm actually serious about that because I think that might be kind of cool, man, because you can do it in a way where it's actually kind of calm and relaxing, but yeah, you're still educating the person. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So
that's very deep, man. The ASMR indoctrination from Maxwell Silverhammer there.
Yeah, man. Nobody steal my idea, but that's what I'm thinking about doing, man. A jail ASMR. I'm not
a jail ASMR.
I'm not sure how I would do it exactly. You know what I mean? And I don't want people who banging on my shit. Like if I call him cuz by mistake, hey cuz, you don't want to be like that. Because then all of a sudden I got a lot of bloods on my shit going. Hey nigga, fuck your crab ass nigga. We finna ride it, nigga. This blood, nigga. You record ass motherfucker.
I doubt it. Well then, yeah, the ASMR fucking man. I was listening to some fucking ASMR. Oh,
yeah, then
what
it turns
the fuck, man? I'm trying to relax.
Into gangbanging.
Yeah, I'm trying to fucking relax, man. And I hear some cuz fucking talking about some cousin. What the fuck?
Like ASMR, nigga. We're gonna turn ASMR to AMR, motherfucker, because you won't need the ambulance.
You can need some CPR from this ASMR. Fucker.
So, yeah, man. That's the other thing. You're afraid of attracting all the thugs to your ASMR channel by mistake. So, But yeah, man, that's kind of what's going on, and it's just going to be an interesting experimental year.
Yep. So next time we'll get back, and we'll get back in a week or two. We'll just update on our shit. I'll tell you how this fast thing is going. You tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me if you're getting. So just to give a little status right now for me, I just started this about a couple days ago. I've already been losing some weight, but I just want to see how it makes me feel in general, because it's supposed to make you feel fucking great. And I don't feel bad at all. So it's pretty interesting. Now, in terms of your status on the rebound, how long can you jump without losing your balance still, or are you still?
No, you know what? Actually, well, like I was telling you, man, the other night, I was bouncing for a little bit. And remember when we put up the thing originally when you first got here, I was a little bit inebriated.
Yeah.
So, and every time I tried to jump that weekend, I just happened to have something in my system. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, whereas opposed to the night that I was doing it. And when I've done it, since then, I've been sober. So, I'm actually bouncing for a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So that's why I came with the hypothesis that it could be, under the influence, you could.
Yeah, and also you have to get used to it because you're not used to jumping, so your legs might hurt. And plus, I don't know if you jump and your chest hurts, like if your back and chest hurts, that's natural as well because you're actually realigning your spine. You're jumping,
okay.
Because you're jumping, because your body's forcing itself to kind of jump straight. So that's why it's trying to bounce. That's why you're going to probably notice if you just keep bouncing, improved like balance while you're walking around. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like just the ground feels more solid. But anyway, we'll keep an update on that. We'll see how it goes. You could also try the little bounce on your butt, and you can put your hands down behind you if you need them. But really, the best thing is to put your feet flat on the ground. And just bounce on your butt, dude. And then you can lean back more. The more you lean back, the more it's gonna punish your fucking gut. Yeah.
Cruise Control, the health guru.
You're damn right. And I'm going to tell you guys how the intermittent fasting going as the world continues to fall apart, as more people are accused of racism for not are banned from Twitter for saying that men are not women. That's, I guess,
yeah,
that kind of crazy shit. Just the world's going crazy, but we're not. We're the same ones. That's why I take cold showers and breathe it and out and hyperventilate in the morning.
But by the way, man, I think on my Facebook page I've been what's called shadow banned.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because nobody really comments on my shit anymore. On my Maxwell page, I'm always posting. Occasionally, I'll get a like or a comment, but it's rare, and it's usually the same few people.
Interesting.
So I think, dude, and sometimes I posted some shit that might trigger off some reactions.
And that's probably why you're shadow banned, because they can't have that communication.
Well, you'd think they would just go ahead and just nix my whole Facebook page, but instead it's like, but here's what I think too. I think they're punishing me because when I first started posting the shows, I would get all these boost the post for only $30, and I get these emails from Facebook business. Here we go again with fucking corporate greed. And of course, when I wouldn't do it, like the corporate homosexuals they are, they got pissed off and they're like, oh yeah, we'll show you.
Yeah, those vindictive bastards.
So that they're like, oh, fuck him. No one's going to see his post then. Fuck him. He doesn't want to pay to boost his post and buy my Learjet. Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. Well, anyways, let's fuck this. It's about 8:50. I'm trying to go to bed too. Another little thing I'm trying to do is get more sleep.
Get to bed earlier?
8 hours of sleep. Trying to get hours, baby.
Damn. Well, actually, yeah, and I probably better get my ass a shower because I'm kind of funky.
Funky like a monkey. But anyways, it is the what the hell is it again? The
Nothing
12th?
Sacred Show, the 12th of February.
12th of February, 2019. I am Cruise Control.
And I am Maxwell Silverhammer.
And that's the story there, bitches!
You sound like Beavis and Butthead.
Later, bitches.